Yo, what is up, you guys? I'm DeAndre.
I'm Javante.
And this is Dre and Jay, and we're here today to do a review on the first episode of Marvel Studios' Ms.Marvel. I gotta say, it actually surprised me. I actually really liked the pilot episode. When I think of all the first episodes from a lot of these Marvel Disney Plus shows.
Give me the weekend to start off with?
Yeah, gave me the weekend to start off with. You know, hey, it set me right from the start. But yeah, when I compare it to a lot of other Disney Plus shows as far as their first premiere episodes, I actually find this is one of the best. I really enjoyed it. It really fleshed out a lot of relationships between these different characters, Kamala and her family. First off, Iman Vellani, I think she's doing an amazing job as Ms. Marvel so far through this one episode. She's amazing. She really brought the character from comics on screen perfectly. Within the first couple minutes, her talking about the Avengers and her little fan art that she does on YouTube. I think that's really amazing. And obviously, it was easy for her because she's such a big fan in real life of Marvel and the MCU. So seeing that on screen, I think it really captures Ms. Marvel perfectly. As far as the aesthetic, the high school, it does give you that Edge of 17, some Disney vibes. I know some people said Lizzie McGuire, I guess, would be one. I could see that. I like the whole art, as far as when they're driving or when they were riding their bikes through the street and you saw the art in the background or when they sent the text messages.
Yeah, that's cool. It's different.
Yeah, it's different.
All right, nigga, stop talking so much. Give me some time.
Well, damn, nigga.
You hog up all the topics. All right, about everything.
Okay, well, let me finish this.
Oh my god, I never get.
I like it because it's it shows that hey, this story is in her own world, her own mind. This is how the story is. It's through her. So that's.
He made a lot of good points. First off, shout to the actress. She's doing an amazing job. She's doing amazing. You touched on a lot of things already. One thing I love about the show is I love the culture behind it, for the Pakistani culture, Pakistani immigrant culture. They do a great job. I've been involved in relationships. As far as relationships, I've also known people in my past, friendships that are Pakistani, and I kind of I mean, they tell me stories and stuff like that about their families and how their families are strict and stuff like that. And I'm glad that the show really does emphasize. How most households are, how they view everything, how they look at things. Hey, we gotta do a certain way. This is how we do things.
You can't dress like this.
Yeah. You want you like this, and I love that. I thought that was great to show because you have a teenage girl from Jersey City who's just grew up in this culture and stuff like that. Has her culture, but she's also grew up in this pop culture of superheroes and stuff like that. So she wants to be some of that. I love that. I love the colors that they use in this episode or in this show probably, but this first episode especially with the dresses and the outfits. Thought it looked beautiful. I've been to one wedding, and it was a beautiful wedding because there's so much color, and I just loved all the culture they put in, and you can really tell that they really put their work in, and you had a Pakistani woman directing, I think, right? Or the Pakistani
men.
I thought the woman producing or something like that. It might have been the Pakistani men directing. I thought. I don't know.
It's let me see.
I love the Pakistani culture though.
Yeah,
the Pakistani as far as
they really capture it perfectly on screen.
They did a great job, and she's an amazing actress. She does a great job. I love as well, even one thing that I know probably people, the song at the end, I actually was that's a pretty cool song. And I actually Shazammed the song and see what the song was called. It actually is by a Pakistani artist. Let me pull that up real quick. Actually, I'm not going to screw nobody.
Yeah,
it's called.
The producer is or the creator is Bishop K. Ali. She's the head writer. She's Pakistani.
Yeah,
and then the directors are Pakistani.
So. The song at the end is by Eva B. It's called Rosie. Rozi, and I like this. I was like, oh, this is cool. I was wondering who wrote this. I looked at it oh, that's cool. I really show a lot to the culture and show a lot of love. I love that. The way she gets her powers, I think is dope. How her powers work and how they form, they're used with her culture in a way. I like that. The bracelet, I like.
See, that is where I actually have my complaint about the episode.
Go ahead.
Because Ms. Marvel. Well, yeah, Ms. Marvel. Her powers are always from what I've known in the comics, she got them from Terrigen Mist. Cloudburst kind of mist that ended up activating her Inhuman gene. And even in the Avengers game, you saw the whole A-Day thing happen and she got hit with the chemicals. So that's how she got her powers from that. So I just feel having it with the bracelet, it doesn't make it as special anymore because it's like anybody could have her powers if they just wear the fucking bracelet.
That's a lot of characters in the MCU though.
Yeah, but still, it's just like with Ms. Marvel, like.
I get that. Know. I like that. I like for the culture's part, but I also think you have to do it because you're Mr. Fantastic. It's pretty soon you're not gonna need you. Don't. They're both kind of the same character in a way.
What are you talking about?
Mr. Fantastic and Ms. Marvel.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I don't have a problem with her powers. I never had a problem with that as far as changing everything to make it more cosmic instead of the stretchy shit. I don't mind that. I had a problem with how her powers came to be via a bracelet versus actually her.
Yeah, I had no problem with it.
Like, I had a problem with that.
I look at it as like
or maybe the bracelet was just a normal bracelet.
The bracelet gives the power.
Yeah, I mean, this is how they could save it. Maybe the bracelet is a normal bracelet. However, she still has an inhuman gene, and that's how it got activated.
It's the power. Bro.
Regardless, if it's the bracelet,
and that's fine though.
That's a problem
because you know why? Because it gives her own thing that makes her different than Captain Marvel, and because it shows her culture in a way. Because like the rest of the suit's not going to have very much cultural for her.
Here's why I have a problem with it because. The whole point, when Ms. Marvel wears her costume, you know, she has all the added shit that represents her culture. The bracelet was always something that she added to her because it was her culture. But now it's like, I wear this bracelet because it gives me powers. Instead of, I wear this bracelet because I'm proud of my culture.
I think that's a fine thing. I think that's fine. I think because it's still part of the culture. Like you're embracing your culture, but you're wearing the bracelet because it gives you powers also.
But you wear it because it has powers.
I mean, but yeah, so... It's still something from your culture. It's from your heritage.
But what I'm saying is...
I get what you're saying. You're saying before you just use war because you want to. Now you have to wear because you need your powers. I get that. But it still could be a nice twist where you're like, okay, sure, it gives me my powers, but also this is my culture. It's mine. So it still could work.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. That's me.
That's fine. I mean, that's your choice.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at like Black Panther's suit. He's with the necklace. Like,
but he still has powers. He still drinks the heart-shaped herb.
Yeah, but as far as like the suit is based around his necklace. It's based around his
yes, the suit. But he is still he's still a good fighter. Yeah.
But there's plenty of characters in the MCU that based without their power, without their special one thing, they're not the character they are. Iron Man needs this. Without Iron Man's suit, Iron Man's a regular guy. We saw Pepper Potts do the same shit he was doing in less than 2 minutes with the suit on. So what I'm saying is...
But I'm saying she's a character that actually has powers.
Yeah,
but the powers come from the bracelet instead of coming within her.
It's a small change, which ain't a big deal because this character's very new. You could put some little twist on it if you want to. It's a new character. It's not like this character that's been done 50 years. It's not like it's a character we've seen multiple times on film or that's been around for over 50 years. It's a newer character, so I don't mind them doing that route and say this is how her connection is. You know what I mean? I don't mind that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I will say, she does a great job compared to the Captain. She's amazing as Ms. Marvel because in the cartoons you see Ms. Marvel in there, and Ms. Marvel is very energetic. She's young, until she has a teenage thing.
She's a fangirl.
Yeah. So I think they did a great job with that so far. I'm actually very excited. I went after one episode. I'm actually very excited to see how she works with Miss Captain Marvel. I think she'll make the Captain Marvel movie even better or more fun because I think, I know a lot of people don't like Brie Larson. I think she's still a great actress. But I think Brie Larson and having Ms. Marvel now, I think kind of adds on a little bit of Brie Larson as a character as far as like like not emotional character, but as more like a free character instead of be all uptight. You know what I mean? And you have a girl coming too, so that could be a great movie actually. But also, I would love to see this Ms. Marvel like with the Past Avenger. I think that'd be kind of like not like I just imagined like what would she be like with the Past Avenger? That'd be kind of crazy. Yeah. But no, overall. First episode.
I think another thing I want to add. I also like the beginning because it's funny. Like some of her topics that she was talking about. She mentioned like how she found out about Captain Marvel. Like how she found out some of these facts from Scott Lane, who does like a podcast. And I thought that was funny. Even though, let's be honest, if this shit was real, Tom Holland would be the one that is blurting out all the damn secrets.
Or Bruce Brett or Mark Ruffalo.
Or Mark Ruffalo. She also mentioned like. On our NetSuite's topic, is Thor a gamer, like secretly a gamer? And that's a funny, like little subtle nod to Avengers Endgame when he was playing video games and Noob Masters and all that shit. So I think that's funny. I'm trying to think what else to add.
Another thing I would like to add is I I love how at the beginning she has a scene where she's like, Captain Marvel. They were getting beat, so Captain Marvel came. So Loki, I kind of Loki was facts. She wasn't lying either. I was like, yeah, Loki was kind of some truth. Captain Marvel came, changed the gameplay. But also another thing I really loved is like, I was thinking about like, I remember back in like 08, 07, around that time, 09. You know, society was a little bit society was different, and you know, people looked at people differently and judged people differently. Like, you know, if you were a brown person with a large beard, they literally thought you were like a Saddam Hussein or Osama bin Laden or something like that. They just naturally like judge you like that. So seeing her brother who had like a big beard and stuff like that, very cultural, it was nice to see that and see that they're regular people. You know what I mean? They're a family like anybody else. And I think that's a great thing to see, just because like, you know, you see another culture and you think like, oh, they're different than us, and they're really just the same. They go the same thing. They have mom and dad issues, brother issues. One's favorited more than the other. I mean, it's the same thing. So it's a beautiful thing to see. I love her dad and her mom, actually. Her mom was kind of mean, but I get it. But her dad was cool. Her dad was funny. He got the Hulk outfit. I felt bad when she told him, no, I ain't wearing that shit.
Yeah.
But, no, overall, man, I think it's just dope to see that in more shows and TV. And I thought, you know, it's done very well. You know, it's not just throwing your face. It's really done well. It's very cool. You can tell they really put a lot of work in. It's very close to the heart.
For sure. And I want to say this as well. Like, you know, I don't think everybody's gonna love this show. Obviously, there's gonna be people.
I don't think it's for every audience though. Kevin Feige came out and said, like, not to cut you off. Kevin Feige came out and said, like, you know, we're trying to gain more audience from other people.
Yeah.
This is more like a teenage type show, but it's a great show. I think some people like it. Some people won't. I mean, it depends what you want.
And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I think it's great because it's for certain people. Like, certain people are gonna love it because it's representation for them. You know, for Middle Eastern, for Pakistani girls, you know, Pakistani children in general, or Pakistani people in general, to watch this show and be like, you know, I see myself through this character. Kind of like how black people, we had Black Panther, you know, regardless, at the end of the day, no matter, y'all motherfuckers could say anything about Black Panther, but at the end of the day, we still fuck with it because Black Panther is for us. Like, Black Panther, you know, is our guy, like, you know, culturally. So I think it's good to have something like that for a lot of these characters, and it's not forced. I know we always talk about this damn race swapping shit. This is a character that's naturally from comics.
And that's another thing. Not to cut you off, that's another thing. This is a character that I love to see in the growth because this character was created in what year? 06, 05? It's a very new character.
Actually, like 2011, I think.
11? Yeah. This is a new character. Only been out for 11 years, and she's already had a show. She has a show now, which is why I always say we don't have to race swap and do those kind of things.
2014 or 2013.
Okay, so less than 11 years. We don't have to we don't have to race swap and gender swap and all that stuff to get characters on screen. If you create dope content, dope characters, and people really vibe with them, they'll get their due and people will love them. I look at Ms.Marvel, Miles Morales. There's characters out there that people will love. You just have to create these characters and don't be lazy. And that's for any studio. That's just Marvel, DC, anybody. You know what I mean? Making superhero content or making characters. If you do that, it's beautiful. It feels very true to that character. It's a beautiful thing, man. And we might go to. You might go something.
Nah,
I love her friend too. Her friend's cool. I like the little friend.
Yeah, the friendship.
I like him. I like the characters. Honestly, I know it's early, but I like to say also, I know it's early still, but I'm like, low key, man, Marvel does a great job. I mean, we always, we were critiquing Marvel for a minute, but Marvel TV shows for the new characters be hitting. Because Moon Knight was considered good. I like Moon Knight. Ms.Marvel on the right track right now. I'm hoping it's going to stay on this track, and that looks like it's going to be a promising show. And then now I'm excited for the She-Hulk. Attorney at Law. I'm kind of excited for She-Hulk. Like, I'm like, damn, they doing a pretty good job with these new characters.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, hey, you know, some of these Marvel shows, they kind of towards the end, they kind of end on a down slope for some of them.
But think about it, you're gonna probably lead her into Captain Marvel. You're probably gonna show like a little something like
that. But I actually will say, like, I definitely think that this first episode is a lot better than a lot of Marvel. Yeah. Disney Plus shows recently.
How cool is it that we have this connection like to the MCU so big that they have like Avengers Con and stuff?
Yeah, that's also what I wanted to bring up.
How cool is that?
It's nice to see that because when I watch things like that, it makes me connect more with the film because I'm like, oh, that is like seeing these people is how I view these characters. So it's nice to see them go to Avengers Con dressed up as their favorite superheroes. I don't know, it's one thing I'll say about the show, it's like it's grounded. It's very grounded. You know. So far, it's very grounded. So that's what I'm loving so far about it.
And I think to go to your point about like you relate to these, like you like, oh, how do we be? The Marvel has done such a great job like building a real world. Like when you look at it, I'll be watching some like Hawkeye, something, I'll be like, damn, they got Avengers play. Like it feels like you're like, damn, the Avengers are really a big thing. Like it just feels like that you're just like, damn, it's just really connected. Like
yeah,
it's an amazing thing. I think that's probably why people want it with DC and so many other companies, because it's such an amazing thing just to have. You know what I mean? It just feels so well. So like it's enjoyable. I'm enjoying the show. I'm loving her and her friendship with the. I don't know. That might be her boyfriend in the future. We don't know. I mean, it's like a little connection there, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like that.
But I'm loving the character. She's doing a great job. I'm loving the family. I'm just loving the whole thing, man. It's been a great show. Doing a great job. I love, like Johnny said, the art pops and how they're taking a different approach. It kind of reminds me a little of Spider-Man in a way, but you know, I'm enjoying it, man. It's gonna be a great show. I think. I can't wait to come back next week. And actually, I went in this show. I watched this one second after a while. Like I'm watching Obi-Wan first because Obi-Wan's the banger. Shit, low key, I might start watching Ms.Marvel first. Say Obi-Wan, you gotta come second because if Obi-Wan don't get together pretty soon, I'm gonna start switching around, bro. Because Ms.Marvel was fun. I was like, I actually enjoyed this shit more. Good. I enjoyed this more. I enjoyed Kenobi.
I definitely give this first episode like a 9 out of 10. I think it's a solid, amazing.
Yeah, solid 9 out of 10. Man. It's a great, solid episode. I don't think it's for everybody because some people don't want to see this. It's like, I want to see this part of the MCU. Yeah, and that's fine. I don't think every MCU movie's for everybody, but. This is our MCU show, MCU movie, either way. But this is dope, man. It's been really fun. I like the costume. I like how she's, you know. I can't wait to see where this goes forward.
I think it's definitely a great adaptation of bringing Ms.Marvel from comic books from comics on screen. I think so far they've nailed it with this first episode. I can't wait to see more of her character.
You know what's crazy?
Future episodes. So.
It's like, you know how Brie Larson got so much hate before she even showed the movie. I think that can kill it. I think that's why Brie Larson got so much. Like Brie Larson, Captain Marvel, like gets so much hate because Brie Larson going on that tour was saying a lot of things that people didn't fuck with. And I think that's why a lot of people were like, I don't even fuck with Brie Larson. So when that movie came out, nobody was fucking Brie Larson. Like this character, I forgot the actress's name.
Iman Vellani.
Yeah, we came out liking her right away. So we were like, oh yeah, I can't wait to see her do her thing. And now, you know, I mean, it's kind of crazy how that works. But
yeah, that is true. I mean, well, yeah. I mean, Captain Marvel was very.
I think Brie Larson's tour, her press tour before the movie came out, was a lot of like.
Well, it didn't help.
Did she have that comment where she said, "This movie ain't for men"?
Yeah, something like that. Well, it also didn't help when the movie happened and you had the scene, you know, you had certain scenes in there where you're like, okay, they're clearly trying to pander. Like there's this forced pandering.
Yeah. I think they learned that though. I think they probably have learned.
Yeah. I'm just a girl. Like that shit forced as fuck for no reason. But
yeah, I think I think Captain Marvel 2 is gonna be fire. I think it's gonna be a really good film.
You mean the Marvels?
The Marvels. I think that's gonna be a really good film.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it.
Rambo and stuff.
Yeah, this looks good. This caught me off guard. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Ms.Marvel, I wasn't expecting it to be as good as I thought it was going to be. It wasn't a show where I was very hyped up just because, you know, Ms.Marvel. I won't say I'm not a fan of her character, but you know, like there's just so many others that have a place in my heart before Ms.Marvel. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's just that, and I just think it's solid in general. I mean, not even from the Marvel vibe, but just from as far as like this teen experiencing all these new things in life and also trying to be herself, but also have that conflicting, that conflict with her family as well. I think that's something that's really played well in this episode, and I think it's just in general. I always like that in films or shows that I watch. So. Mm-hmm. I think it's solid. But yeah, what did you guys think of Ms.Marvel, the first episode? Let us know down below. If you enjoyed this review, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I'm DeAndre.
I'm Javante.
And this is Dre and Jay.
See y'all next time.
Peace.